Cyrano is a fantastic play about love, and there are many scenes that people remember about it, most of which the balcony scene, which is a literary device at this point. But there's so much more that goes into it with the character of Cyrano about, in the original text, about his insecurity, about having a long nose. And that kind of stuff only really shows up in Act 1 and Act 2, and then it sort of goes by the wayside. We understand that he has an insecurity about his nose, but it doesn't feature very often in the later acts because there's so much more to Cyrano than just how large his nose is. And so that kind of insecurity, we wanted to bring that, to make it more important, to make it more impactful. And we're always trying as Alchemy to feature more female artists, whether that's directors, designers, actors. And so we wanted to have Cyrano be a woman, and it wasn't just that her nose was the thing that gave her insecurity. It was that her sexuality gave her insecurity because she was pursuing a woman she wasn't sure could love her back. Not just even wouldn't because of her nose or the way she looks, but couldn't because she was not that way inclined. And so there's that insecurity. And it just kind of raises the stakes a little bit. And then we didn't want to exploit that kind of just gender role for no reason. I didn't want to take the Rostand play and just say switch all the the gender pronouns to her instead of him. To really do the experience justice, she had to be written as a woman. So we decided to adapt the play, and I took that on, and so I've adapted Cyrano to where she is a woman. And the play beats follow all of the original text pretty much all the way through the play, so you're still getting the full story of Cyrano, but the fact that she is a woman colors that entire world. And so it's not an experiment to see what would happen. It's a journey to figure out how the inner workings of this character who is larger than life and a swordsman and a poet and the pinnacle of love, how our own insecurities can affect us to stop us from getting what we truly deserve.
I think it changes the dynamic of the character because Cyrano is traditionally male, but it gets you to think about Cyrano in a different light, obviously. And one of the things that Laura impresses on Madeleine, who's playing Cyrano, is don't lose the femininity. A lot of our strong female characters that we have in the media right now almost become masculine in a way. And that's easy to do with Cyrano, who is a very masculine character. But I think the line that Laura is walking with this change is make sure there are moments of vulnerability, moments of femininity in this strong female character. So I think it's interesting to see how that's being observed this time with the gender change, because there's a lot of gender bending in theater right now. And I think sometimes it's done just for the sake of gender bending, but I feel like we're trying to look at the intent behind why we chose to gender bend in this production.
Having Cyrano be a woman, I think, gives us the opportunity to explore a character in a completely different way. She is strong and she is fierce, but she's also very soft when she has a poet's heart. She also has a lot of pride and really is doesn't take any crap from anybody. These are all things that women experience all the time and that women have in their lives, but it's not typically portrayed. When you're a woman, you're either a mother or you can be strong, but it's usually in a sort of very male way, and that strength is perceived in a masculine way. In this way, she has this strength, she has this vulnerability, she has this pride, she has a lot of different facets, in which case we're able to explore a lot of different ideas of femininity without it just being like, this is the lady part, this is the man part. Even Roxane, who is very romantic and sort of a little bit more feminine in the traditional sense of the word, she still has her own strength. She still has her own fierce loyalty and those aspects of femininity that, again, we don't typically get to explore. And a lot of the female characters, we have the duenna, who is really sassy and really is sort of man-hungry, which is fun to play. And you have Lisa, who is Ranjanu's wife, so the baker's wife, who really wants stability and wants her husband to really pay attention to her and stop worrying about this romance and instead just be practical. So we get an opportunity kind of through Cyrano, because she embodies a lot, to be able to explore lots of different facets of what it means to be a woman, what it means to be feminine, and not necessarily just the ladies versus the men. So it's been a real pleasure to be able to do that.
Having Cyrano as a woman is something that is rare to find in Orange County, and I'm speaking as, you know, as far as leading roles go. There are very few shows I've encountered where a woman is so dominantly the lead of the production. And so to have that switch and to take a predominantly male show and give the title role to a woman is fantastic, frankly, because it's something so rarely experienced, I feel, here.
Alchemy is on Facebook, and we're on Instagram. We also have our website, so you can always go there, check out when the auditions are coming, our new shows. We're going to have tickets up for Romeo and Juliet and Cyrano, obviously, so you can get your tickets there. But follow us on Facebook. We have pictures from the cast, the rehearsals, everything. You can join our mailing list. You can just go on the website and go to our Contact Us and say, I'd like to join the mailing list. You can always go and contact us on the site and volunteer your services, whether you want to be a director, you want to be a designer, you want to be an usher, or you just want to find out ways that you can help support Alchemy. We're always happy to have more people around and join us. So Facebook, Instagram, and the website are the best ways to contact us.